Oh, thank you. Hi. All of this time, I've been talking. But thank you for letting me know. I I hate that like when I switch scenes I can't have I haven't been talking for 10 minutes. I've only been talking for about 1. So yeah, but like when I switch scenes, for some reason, like I have to manually turn my mic on and off. And I don't know why that's a thing. It shouldn't be a thing, but it is. I have a stream once before someone popped in and mentioned. Yeah, no, I went a whole stream one time. The entire stream. That was before anybody was actually watching me. But yeah. I was saying that we have the Boston cream Pop Tarts. They finally arrived after ages and ages and ages and ages and ages of me waiting. I finally complained to Throne, and I'm like, guys, I need the tracking because these have not showed up yet, and it's been like 2 freaking weeks. And they're like, we'll get back to you, and they never got back to me. The Pop Tarts just showed up. So we have Boston cream Pop Tarts. If Necromancer is here, I will try them. They smell strange. And to be honest, I've never had a good Pop Tart. Ever. For some people, this might be blasphemous, but I've never, ever, ever had a good Pop Tart. They're all gross. They're all flavorless, too sweet, and dry. Dry, 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 dry. They just don't taste good. The flavors that they're supposed to be don't actually taste like those things. Like even the strawberry Pop Tart, like how do you screw that up? Like how do you screw up strawberry flavor Pop Tarts? Kellogg's? How do you do it? They're bad. They're all bad. I don't think I've ever seen a wild berry Pop Tart, to be honest. But Canada seems to have much more limited flavors than the United States with some things, other than chips. We have chip flavors galore, like ketchup. You guys don't have ketchup, but you also don't have Kinder Surprise, so you know. Or pizza flavor. You don't have pizza flavored chips. It's kind of weird. And then again, pizza flavored chips are just kind of, yeah. They're pretty neutral. Yeah, I have butter on one of these Pop Tarts and no butter on the other. I don't expect it's gonna. Oh, you do have pizza flavor. There was at one point you didn't. But you also don't have Smarties. You have M&Ms. We have Smarties that are not the Smarties that you guys have. Oh yeah, Pringles is like the only place I have seen pizza flavor. I don't think I've seen pizza flavor anywhere else. Your Smarties are what we call rockets. Those little like chalky discs. And our Smarties are like M&Ms but superior. And after all of the bullying from chump change in the White House there, McDonald's in Canada switched back from M&M's McFlurries to Smarties McFlurries. Did not mean to type ner. I was wondering. Pizza Pringles since childhood? Okay, so, that was a misconception, I guess. But I do know that ketchup flavor is very hard to find in the United States. But it's like, it's a common thing here. I've had like half an hour of sleep, by the way. I think you're the only one here who's an active chatter. I think there are a couple of sleepers. Oh, I do that all the time, Puma. It's fine. I'm gonna try this Pop Tart now. It tastes like Oh god, how do I explain it? Because it's cooled off too. And so the filler has had time to like soak into the this is the buttered one apparently. Soak into the quote unquote pastry. It's not like a hardtack really. It's a dry tack, not a hardtack. If it was hardtack, I'd have trouble eating it, but yeah, it's like eating gypsum. That's the way I equate Pop-Tarts. They're like pieces of drywall with flavor. But oh god, how do I explain it? There's definitely a vanilla flavor. Definitely not real vanilla, obviously, because they would go with the cheaper artificial stuff. These are the Boston cream flavored ones. How do I explain this? It's more like, you know those Unicron cookies? They're like vanilla, and they've got like this little like jelly thing in the middle. They look like little suns. I never know what they're called. We just always call them Unicron cookies because they look like Unicron. And there's those ones from Dare. They have like the red jelly thing in the middle that's dried. And it looks like a little like sun pattern. It's usually vanilla in the middle. It tastes like that. No, not Jammy Dodgers. Hold on, I'll go find a picture. If I can. No, I didn't mean unicorn. Fuck you, Google. God, it's so hard to... You gotta, like, search using keywords. There. But what are they called? I found the picture of them, but not the box. Oh, wait. The Great Value version of them are Delights. The Christie ones are Peak Friends Creme de Fruit? Fruit creams. I don't dare pronounce French on stream ever again. Creme de Fruit? Fruit creams. They're called fruit creams, apparently. And they're Peak Friends. Yeah, thumbprint cookie is what comes up for most of them. For the homemade version. Let me just paste this in here. Wait. These ones. These cookies. It tastes like these, but without the jam part. If the jam part were like some crusty fake chocolate thing. That's what they taste like. So, Boston cream Pop-Tarts. If you like Pop-Tarts, they're okay. Oh look, there's the bot. A bot already. You know, just because I have a few viewers doesn't mean that I want to buy your fake viewers that don't exist and don't provide me anything of value. Stupid bots. I can't believe that people actually buy views. I'll just never understand that. Like, why would you cheat yourself that way? But yes, these are the Unicron cookies. That's just what we always called them when I was younger. So for me, the Peak Friends fruit creams will always be Unicron cookies. But now I know what they're called. After 40 years. I probably knew at some point and I just forgot because it's like completely irrelevant. But yeah, they're Boston cream, so they have the like quote-unquote chocolate glaze. And then that like custard inside. But the custard is like so ridiculously artificial vanilla, corn, sugar, fake, gooey, can't keep it liquid, so they had to make it like thick. It sort of becomes chewy when it cools off. I have to say that the texture is an improvement from the outer edge of the crust. This has been your Pop-Tarts review. I never have anything good to say about Pop-Tarts. I just saw them and I'm like, yeah, I'll try those. I've had the s'mores ones. Those ones are just kind of meh, too. As a matter of fact, I find they all just taste the same. As for today's painting, I have not decided on which one to do. We have this one as an option. We have this one as an option. We have the Burb as an option. And then one of the ones from last week that I had brought up. And it's just for the sake of the different colors and shapes that I picked these. Things that I think might be interesting. Especially this one with lots of color contrast. And then the mountains, which are mountains similar to what's on Nameless's island, except with considerably less snow and more lava. And the rocks are black. And the kind of like really dark black brown that you would see in Iceland. But one day we will be able to paint a landscape and it will actually look good. Instead of the one that I painted like in 2006. Well, the last major one that I actually completed. Where the mountains don't look like mountains at all. They have no texture. You know you know that sweetness that's like, it's so sweet that it stings? Have you ever encountered that before, where something is so sweet that it actually kind of burns when you eat it? That's the Pop-Tarts. And it has an aftertaste. A very... I'm not sure how I feel about that aftertaste. Yeah, it's... There are feelings I have about these Pop-Tarts. Oh, sorry. I was putting the plate away. I'm just gonna wash that away with some Coke Zero. Very healthy breakfast. Yeah. Yeah, it's like a sweetness that lingers and latches onto the back of your throat. Like grunge on the underside of a toilet lid. It's a bad aftertaste. Maybe it's because I'm not used to, like, artificial, like, cheap food flavor kind of deal. Ugh. It's like the mold you'd find in the back of the fridge. I'd rather eat celery. Anyways, those are the Boston Cream Donut Pop-Tarts. My opinion of all Pop-Tarts is about the same. I had a lemon Kit Kat once. I love lemon flavor. I will never eat this Kit Kat ever again. As a matter of fact, I couldn't finish the Kit Kat. I think I gave it to Sai, who also couldn't eat it, but I don't remember. Whoa, what is my tracking doing? Yeah, lemon Kit Kat? Mm-mm. It was like a lemon custard or something. Or just like a lemon pie. I don't know. It was lemon something, and it was gross. Again, it was that like burning sweetness that naff. It's that burning sweetness that lingers afterwards with this strange artificial vanilla aftertaste that's unpleasant. And that lemon Kit Kat had that too. The best Kit Kat I've ever had were the white chocolate sake Kit Kats. Oh my god, those were so good. I don't ever want to eat another kind of Kit Kat again, as far as I'm concerned. Let's be honest. Those were so good. And they don't make them anymore, and it makes me very sad, but they were the best. If they ever make them again, I'm just gonna like stock up on them. And NAF has redeemed a hydrate, posture check, and stretch. Yes, you didn't miss very much. My opinion of Pop-Tarts already is very low. But I was curious, because it's like, I've had the standard ones. Stretch. Ow! There's muscles in my body that don't get stretched enough. My opinion of Pop-Tarts in general is already very low because they're dry and they're just like artificial garbage that I was never allowed to have as a kid, which I thank my mom for very much. I would rather make myself some eggs. But I saw these ones and I was curious because I was like, well, I like Boston cream donuts on occasion. I wonder how they compare. They don't compare at all. Giant Tiger store brand Pop-Tart copies are actually pretty good. Well, I'll have to try that and we'll, if I ever find a Giant Tiger, which I think I know where there's one in my city, I'll have to do a comparison to like a standard Pop-Tart flavor. And then figure out what to do with the rest of them, because I don't generally eat that kind of stuff because I'm trying to not be fat. But yeah, the Boston Cream Pop-Tart has left a strange flavor in my mouth. Yep. That's, yeah. It won't go away. The Coke Zero has done nothing to it. Plenty of icing. The strawberry looks and tastes like real strawberry jam. So yeah, that already is sounding a lot better. How is the biscuit part of it? Can't even find real Boston cream donuts where not since Burger King bought Tim Hortons. Tim Hortons used to be good, and then Burger King bought them and then downgraded all their ingredients to garbage. I have to go release the cats. I'll be back in a moment. Tesla, you only ate half your food. As usual. Let's be honest, the only good thing at Tim Hortons now are just like the old-fashioned plain donuts. Oh god, what is happening to my neck? Good lord. Still dry, crisp up a bit, just warming them in the toaster. Yeah. I did toast these, but it was like a little while ago. Pop-Tarts don't exactly have good heat retention. Yeah, the only thing good at Tim Hortons anymore is the original, like, old-fashioned plain donut. I'm gonna take some Advil here because I am in tremendous pain today. I didn't have enough sleep. I had about half an hour of sleep. The roommate, don't tell her, but she kept me up a little bit too long, and then I couldn't get to sleep. I don't want her to feel bad, so don't tell her. I'll just deal with it. Oh, your grandma used to make donuts. That's awesome. Necromancer! We had the Pop-Tart review. It was somewhat as I expected. It leaves a weird aftertaste. An aftertaste that I can only explain as being unpleasant. But they are Pop-Tarts, so I don't really have high expectations. But the flavor reminds me of these kinds of cookies, which I have always called Unicron cookies my whole life. I was explaining to Puma. I was trying to explain what they were because I didn't know what they are, but they're Peak Friends fruit cream, apparently. And that's what the Boston cream tastes like, except with artificial chocolate instead of the, like, gooey, fake strawberry center. Yeah, we always called them Unicron cookies, because they look like Unicron, sort of. Vaguely. But not what Boston cream should taste like. No, but that's what the Boston cream tastes like. At least the Boston cream Pop-Tart. And has that really artificial vanilla flavor. I mean, it is Pop-Tart. Yes, my opinion of Pop-Tarts is very, very, very low. It always has been. It always will be. I think the only way people should have a Pop-Tart is if they make them from scratch. I think that's the only way a Pop-Tart would really ever be good. But, like, I remember Pop-Tarts being okay when I was a kid. Like, they weren't something I really, really liked. And good morning, Serafina. Yeah, it was fun. It'll be fun to see Sai experience them, too. There's 16 of them in that box. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Maybe I'll bring them to Conquest and subject other people to that. It's like, hey guys, I brought something from Canada. They were okay as kids. They are trash now. Yeah, well, my mom never really bought those things. Like, she always fed us really good food. And so, like, I appreciate that. I didn't really have much experience with quote-unquote junk food as a child. Yeah, I'm gonna let Sai have a packet of them. I might let her have more than one packet of them, to be honest. The aftertaste, like that, they're fine up front. They're like eating flavored gypsum board. You know, like pieces of drywall, like all Pop-Tarts. And, like, they have that expectation of, like, this is artificial and it's not good for you. And I've always been like, why do people even eat these? But I saw them as the Boston cream flavor. I'm like, well, I have some hope for these. Yeah, it's novelty. Ugh, this is terrible. You should try it. It's like the eel gore. I'll never forget that experience. I mean, I could save a packet for you, and when I visit my parents in Ottawa, I could, like, meet up with you somewhere, like, Place or something. Yeah, just give you the packet. It'll probably be a little bit crumbled. Subject Neff to them, too. The international Pop-Tarts. At Conquest, someone brought a smoked eel schnapps. So, an alcohol. I don't know if Serafina tried it, but I tried it. And it was an experience. That is all I will say. It wasn't necessarily nasty, but it was an experience. And so we named it Eelgor, like Igor, because it was a Frankenstein abomination. Also, do not, and I repeat, do not eat the eel. Yes, smoked eel schnapps. It was just that. Mm-hmm. It's one of those things you can't really describe. But at the end of Conquest, there was still the jar with the eel in it left over. And Kit was like, what if we tried the eel? So, we tried the eel. The eel was not good. Absolutely not good. And then Kit was like, what if we cook the eel and then eat it? Words cannot describe how awful that was. It was an experience I do not wish to repeat. Is it worse than Shaoling wine? I don't know. I don't know if I've had Shaoling wine. My dad brought something back from China once when he went there for a business trip. But I'm not sure what it was. Mathis? Meow, meow. He's hyper. Yes, mistakes were made. Do not cook the eel. The eel is better raw. If you are forced to eat the eel from Eelgor, take it cold. Never take it hot. It's just... It should be a war crime. I'm just saying. It was that bad. You would think, you know, barbecued eel is frickin' delicious. Like unagi? Oh. I'm supposed to go to sushi later today. Maybe that'll get rid of this, like, fake vanilla flavor in my mouth. Oh god, I hope Sai is up for going out today, because, oh! According to Greg from How to Drink, Shaoling is the worst thing he's ever tasted, ever. Isn't, like, Shaoling considered, like, the heavenly wine or something, too? That's what she said. I gotta get this artificial vanilla flavor out of my mouth. A lot of things are white and creamy and vanilla flavored, I guess. Bad incubus. I don't know. I will try just about anything once that is considered food. Just about anything. I have my limitations. Balut is one of them. That is like... That's a hard limit. If we're going with the theme here, hard limit. Absolutely not. Also, I haven't decided on which painting to do. I should at least have us select one. No, not that. Yeah, not balut. If it smells bad to my snoot, it doesn't belong in my mouth. Exactly. So we have some options. We have a burb that we can do. And of course, one of the landscape options from last week. There's this landscape option, which is very akin to the kind of mountains that that are on our island, and then absolutely gorgeous colors. I would like to do a portrait at some point too. I will have to find one. Millions of years of evolution. I'm not going to ignore it now. Yes, that's what he said. Oh, I think that the Pop-Tart made my nose run. It actually made me a bit nauseous. It's probably because it's so sweet. I actually don't like things that are really, really sweet. I much prefer salty things. So I'm like a chips over cookies kind of person. Just to add a caveat to that, I prefer the salty to sweet things. But before Necromancer's mind goes to where mine went to, it's probably already too late. I'm so deep in the gutter. I won't eat stuff like cake, pastries, etc. It's not that I won't eat them, it's just I would prefer salty things to sweet things. We're all living in the gutter. I mean, I'm an incubus. You're here for that. Sometimes I'm slow on the uptake, but it's probably because it's early in the morning. I started a bit of work on the background for the overlay. I thought it might be a good idea to actually, you know, study some bamboo. If I were to be drawing lots of it. You know. Logic. I learned this morning that bamboo is a rhizome, which makes perfect sense, and I don't know why I didn't realize that it was a rhizome. It's one of my favorite things. I like rhizomes. I'm great at parties. Everyone loves talking about that one person who isn't eating anything except the chips and carrots. I'm actually not here because you're English, but because it's agreeable to spend time with you. Thank you. To be fair, I'm like a contrarian incubus. Like, Nameless doesn't like being touched. It doesn't care if you raise an undead party. Or it doesn't count, right? River! But yes, I was working on the background a bit. I think I have figured out how to import stuff into Vegas Pro, like a whole Photoshop file into Vegas Pro with all of its layers. And so that I can animate them individually. So all of my layers can do a little bit of motion graphic kind of stuff. And if I can figure out how to make that loop flawlessly, we'll actually be able to have a moving background. Which will be nice. Have a little bit more motion. That little bit of bamboo leaves at the top there will actually can actually like sway. Kitten. Oh, he's doing things he shouldn't be doing. Hold on, I gotta go rescue my doll. Stay away from Cynthia. You cannot be near these guys. You're knocking shit off here. Right. So I have some Asian ball jointed dolls. And this one, River, knocked them off one day. Luckily, there was a blanket sitting on the floor below the shelf. Because they're like, Xanthias is like $1,200 US. And he's limited edition, so he can't be replaced, he can't be fixed. And it was a custom paint job. He was very special. And then Zuzu is like $800 US. And this idiot cat likes to knock shit all over the place. Yeah. Meow. He is receiving punishment cuddles. Meaning he's just getting cuddles. But he wants to go do things. Like climb on my shelf where my dolls are. Where he shouldn't be going. Anyways. I have let him go now. Oh, jeez. Ah! So which painting do you guys want to do this week? Or for the rest of this week? I like to cast Speak with Animals just to find out why cats like to knock things off of shelves, because they're assholes. That's why. So we have the Brown Mountains, the Finch, the Sunset, and the Snowy Mountains. Those are our options for the next painting. So which one do you guys want to see? That one song really is very loud, isn't it? Perf is playing Cookie Clicker, apparently. Puma wants to do the bird. Finally, someone says something. Thank you, Puma. We will do the burb. Grab a brush. It's a nice theme for Easter coming up, I guess. Bird is the word now. Bird. So I always wonder my desk changing my keyboard. I think my normal one just died. Oh, damn! The bird is eating. I mean, it could be trying to choke itself on it, on the berry, but... Neo? What's Neo? 'Neotropolis. I still don't know what that is. Enlighten me. There's some sort of greeny yellow back here too. Five-day sci-fi LARP in the desert in California. Hey, you're going to a LARP! Congratulations. Join the LARP side. We have nerds. I think this picture is really interesting because the background is so out of focus. Cyberpunk, Blade Runner, sci-fi, 80s sci-fi is the thing. That's pretty cool. You'll have to tell me all about it when you get back, and I hope you have a great time. I'm glad that you're trying something different. I hope you make a lot of new friends, and I hope you have a comfortable time. And I hope you enjoy the story that the game writers tell. It's always fun to be part of a story. There is so many weird things happening in the background here. The cats have knocked something over. I'll be right back while I go take a look and see what they've been doing. Sorry, Matt. I didn't mean to scare you. Alright, what did you do? Well then. Velcro is upset with me. He was on top of the bookshelf. He is not supposed to be on the bookshelf. They shouldn't be able to get on top of the bookshelf, which means they climbed on top of the 3D printer housing to get on top of the bookshelf. The kittens have discovered that there's high places in the apartment, like on top of the kitchen cabinets. We don't mind them being up there because there's nothing up there, but they knocked off some of the figurine boxes that still have the figurines in them off the top of the shelf. And that's infuriating. It's going to be interesting because it's off-grid, hot and sandy, so I'm like, what do you mean there's no showers? Yeah, the terrorists have struck again. The meowerists. Yeah, I'll have to let Sai know that the kittens have discovered climbing on top of the soft enclosure for the 3D printer to climb on top of the bookshelf. I've rearranged some of the boxes up there, so hopefully they won't go up there much. Velcro is very upset that I pulled him down from there. He gets really mad if you grab him by his scruff. He was very upsetty spaghetti with me. But that's what he gets for going places that he shouldn't. Hopefully he knows that he's not allowed up there now. Kind of have to make things up in between where I can't see parts of the background. This background looks like what it's like having really terrible eyesight. I should just take off my glasses and paint this. It'll probably turn out just right. Wrong angle. I have no idea what I'm doing. Just making shit up as I go. Hydrate and posture check from now. Give your neck a little stretch, unshrimp your spine. And then draw a stick. Stick almost has some blue in it, like right here. Right about here. There's some shadowy bits. Little shadowy blob. There's all sorts of stickery pokery going on here. Just has to read as the thing. It doesn't have to actually be the thing. actually prefer an orange color. Yeah, yeah. Color. Morning, Marnie. How you doing? Better, I guess, but my back still hurts. Yeah, I'm sorry. That's rough. What, Puma? We've lost Puma. Puma's gone off the deep end. Sorry, playing go between for the boss and the workers. I'm going to have to call people for you. Yeah, Well, he's obviously thinking you are his secretary, which is shitty. Let's see what this brush does. Ooh. I apparently have the perfect brush for doing this kind of work. It has just enough blur. pretty sure the kittens are climbing up on that thing they're not supposed to be climbing up on. It's already looking surprisingly good. Thank you. I watched my mom paint for many years, so I hope I at least learned something. Spent a lot of time watching Bob Ross, too. Because when you don't have cable TV and you've got Bob Ross on VHS that people recorded for you, you get good use out of those tapes, I guess. Getting sleepy again. Really should get more than half an hour of sleep at night. many QB eons. I kept taking my sleeping meds and I was up most of the night on Monday. Oh man, it sucks. Sorry to hear that. Inadequate sleep is the worst thing. I'm gonna have to do the bird on like a separate layer because I don't want to risk ruining the background. I think this will be one of those instances where I do multiple layers for a painting. Just because I don't want to ruin the work that I'm doing here. Squeak says everybody needs a nap. She also says I need to stop working and play with her. Is that the name of your new cat? I think having two layers might also help differentiate the foreground and the background. Well, typically I would do this all on one layer, but I haven't done a background with this much blur before, and I'm really liking how it's turning out, so I just want to not ruin it. Because otherwise I would just do it on one layer. But it's like, I don't want to ruin it. So let's see, the bird berry's right about here. And that way, like, if it gets something wrong, I can just go like that and erase it. Finches and their weird ass backwards tongues. They have like this weird backwards barbed tongue thing going on. It's just so freaking weird. Yeah. Bird. Ah. Yeah, squeaks, because the sound she makes. Had to buy a new style keyboard. Oh man, oh, new style keyboard. That sucks. It's gonna take a while to get used to that, isn't it? He scrim. Should get Christine in here to see her screaming bird. Lots of sirens. This is like so off. Ah! Somebody's having a bad day. Look at me, artiste. I think this is actually a goldfinch. Although it feels a bit too big to be a goldfinch. I love how scuffed this looks. Cause I'm just like, slap in shapes. Guilty party. I know it wasn't you, Tesla. You're not in trouble. I don't know if you all heard that crash. That was the cats knocking down Mathis's feeding carrier. The door fell off and everything. Yeah, they're trying to get on top of the bookshelf because they're like, it's another high spot. It must be for me. And they're not allowed on the bookshelf because the bookshelves are not stable. They're allowed on top of the cupboards. They have a cat tree. Naturally, they will go the places they're not supposed to because they're kittens and they will want to explore things, so... Yep. Just gonna lean back a little bit and enjoy the vibes of this bird just screaming because it's about how I'm feeling right now. It scared the shit out of me. I was like, what did they break? I see places that I have to fix on the tail already. I have to shorten the upper beak too. How are you guys doing? Now that my heart rate is like way up there. This is actually turning out better than I thought it was going to. It's that branch with all the little doodads on it that I'm not gonna enjoy doing. Because I will want to get them all right. Did a quick pen doodle of the burb for mental health. Well, everybody should try to draw the burb. We should paint together. Paint, draw, doodle, stick bird. Aw, poor Dark Marin. Marinite. I don't know which one you want to go by. Marinite. Marina. I don't. Am I saying, or is it Marinite or Marinite? Like mare is a nightmare. I'm guessing it's probably that one. In VTuber news, one of the big VTubers, Guargura, is graduating apparently. It's a bit sad. I don't know if they're graduating to start another VTuber. Usually when somebody leaves a big organization, they can't take their avatar and their history and everything with them. Which kind of sucks. Is it Marin or Marin? That's part of my question. I'm just teasing you. If you're fine with me saying it either way, I'll just say it both ways, just to confuse everybody. But then again, I call Silver Fantasy and a Guardian of Chaos Nachos. So, you know, there's that. Marin, as in like nightmare. Like the horse mare. I will keep that in mind. I like to at least get the names right. Is this big VTuber drama? I don't follow VTuber stuff. It's big news because she's like right up there in popularity with Iron Mouse. But like apparently there's just disagreement with the direction the company's going, and the reason the company is as big as it is mostly because of her and a few other select people in the company who I think are also graduating. So I think it's just Java update. I think it's just things are changing and they don't like where it's going, so they're leaving the company, which means they have to graduate. Because there's this idea that VTubers are like students and not, you know, like adults. So, when you leave, you don't retire, you graduate, because you're moving on to more mature things, question mark. I disagree with the nomenclature, you know, being almost 700 years old myself, so. The kittens are having a battle. Is this because of Knights into Dreams or effort? Yes, I know, you really like the Knights thing. It's all very confusing, yes. Velcro is trying to beat up Tesla because Tesla has finally found his match in the kittens. And even though Tesla bites hard, Velcro keeps coming back for more. I am not going to rescue Tesla from Velcro. Because Tesla beats up everybody else. You're old but not 700 years old. Actually, it's canonical that my character's like almost 800, maybe over 800. He lost count at some point. He doesn't really keep track. I'll have to send Christine a screenshot of the bird just going, ah! She likes screaming birds. I see places that I have to fix angles. Sometimes I feel actually 700 years old, but no, I'm like approaching 40. Ugh. Approaching 40, have no career, have no family. I feel like a degenerate loser most of the time, and it sucks, and I hate the way my brain goes, yeah, you suck at life. Because you don't have everything you're supposed to, quote unquote, have at your age, like children and a house and a car, a driver's license, a family, a career. The reason I broke up with my last boyfriend in 2007 is because I figured out I pretty much can't have children, and I didn't think I deserved to have him if I couldn't also give him kids. You have all that? Do I want it? Not so much anymore. I just feel a little bit guilty, and I know that when I get older, I'll still be alone, and that is like the most terrifying thing. I don't want to be alone. The idea of being alone is terrifying. Even though like I'm good with my own company, like having no one to rely on is the terrifying part. And, like, I know that my parents wanted grandkids, and neither my brother or I are gonna have kids. Look, it was depression, okay? I felt undeserving. I felt like he could do better than me. It turns out that he couldn't. Same thing for the one before that. The one before that was like, oh, hey, I know it's been like 13 years since I last talked to you, but like, I can't find anyone as good as you. All the women I find are like vampires. They take all the money, and you wouldn't even let me buy you stuff. Yeah. And I'm like, you're dating the wrong women. There are plenty of people like me. Bro. I am not some unicorn. There are so many women like me. But also, it probably stems from the idea that I am gender neutral and a romantic. And the last two boyfriends I had were like super romantic, like squishy boys that were like, oh, I've got big heart and I must court lady and treat lady like lady. And I'm like, bleh! I realized sometime afterwards that I was just like, oh, good lord, that is not me. I cannot be the girlfriend, wife, mother type character. I am more dad. Yeah, like, you know, the kind of marshmallow teddy bear guy with it's like a stress toy. They just like have no substance. They're really nice guys, but it's like you have no spine, none. You barely have bones. They were very kind, but I need someone a little bit more out there than that. And also the romanticism thing like really bothered me because I've never been that kind of a woman, I guess. I'm definitely aro. Like, I like cute romantic things as much as the next human being. Like, you know, kind gestures here and there, the good thoughts. But the, like, smothering me with, like, gifts and flowers and spending all your time with me, because that's what you're quote-unquote supposed to do. You know, give me pre-dead plants, pre-murdered plants, you know, like, flowers and shit. Like, don't do that. Don't buy me random gifts of things, because I have no way to reciprocate, and then I feel bad. And I have too much stuff. I only have a wish list because it's fun. And it just makes something a little bit more interesting to work towards. Otherwise, I'm like, please don't buy me things. I like practical stuff, but like flowers and jewelry, it's like, you know. So I like that one time that people in my computer science class asked me, like, oh, how much should a guy spend on the ring? And I'm like, what? Nothing. Go make it. If I had a guy make me a ring, that's like way better. And it could be made out of wood. It could be made out of driftwood that you found on the beach. I don't care. If it's like something crazy expensive, then I'm just gonna be afraid of losing it. And also, like, it'll probably get stolen if somebody breaks into the house or something if I'm not wearing it for whatever reason. What about, like, your favorite sandwich, just the way you like it? What? Is this a Frozen reference? I remember something about sandwiches. And that I only saw it once. As a gift? I mean, that's different. Like, food is acceptable. Food is necessary for life, and therefore it's a practical gift. Yes. No, you give me a sandwich, or like, if you really want to give me something flower themed, bacon roses. I'll eat bacon roses. That's practical. Food is practical. My first boyfriend, the first date we ever went on, he wanted to take me to the movies. And, he was trying to make it like this romantic date where we were gonna go to like a rom-com. I hate those movies for the most part. Most of them are just like, ugh. These are so contrived. So I was like, do you really want to see rom-com? And he's like, well, I thought that's what girls like. And I'm like, not this one. And he's like, well, what should we see? And I'm like, well, what else is playing? And he's like, these other generic movies, The Village. So we ended up going to see The Village together. That was my first date. I went to go see The Village. A nice horror film. Luckily, you know, when I get a little bit scared, I tend to, like, curl up a bit. And it's fun to be scared sometimes. So I think he enjoyed that much more than me, like, watching this rom-com that I would probably end up hating. As far as Shamalama Ding Dong movies go, The Village was actually pretty decent. So, that was interesting. Like, I haven't forgotten it. That's the thing about first dates, is they've got to be memorable. But, like, I was his first girlfriend, he was my first boyfriend. At least I think I was his first girlfriend. I think he might have had, like, one before me, but, like, she was, like, typical normal girl. He met me at Scouts, and I was a venturer then. So, like, the late teenage levels, because I was, like, 19 or something. And, yeah, I was already in Scouting once girls were allowed to join. So that already says a lot about my personality. I left guiding because they were like, oh, we can't, yeah, I know, it's like the pick-me girl kind of thing. Like, I feel bad saying that, but, like, there's, like, this stereotypical ideal of girl. And, I am not that. But that's because I'm a gender-neutral, mask-leaning, and it took me a long time to figure that out. But I am dimoric toric, which means I like masculine-presenting individuals, even if they are trans mask. A lot of the times, the part of the reason I figured this out is because I was watching YouTube one day and I was like, oh, that guy's really cute. And it turns out that they were trans. And I was like, oh, that's surprising. I didn't think I would be attracted to trans mask. But I am. So that's how I figured out that I am attracted to people who present as male or males. Like, just straight up biologically cis males. But they don't have to be, like, super manly. You know. It took me a long time to figure that out. And then, like, emergent terms that only came out, like, just before the pandemic or, like, during the pandemic. So, toric is the term for what I find attractive. And, yeah. And it's nice to have a term that I can use to describe myself that actually has a definition that is accepted by a larger community. And that's why, like, discussions of LGBTQIA+ stuff is really important, because it's helped me figure out who I am and given me a lot more self-confidence. Hey, I like lumberjacks as much as the next Canadian. I mean, I think it's just part of our blood. It's that maple soul. The deep woods. But, like, my preference is for men who are confident in who they are and are not afraid of their masculinity, or their masculinity isn't so fragile that they're like, no, I can't like pink. Like, no. I mean, I like pink too. Flamingos are my favorite animal. Because they're silly looking. They are such weird birds. Then again, I identify as a potato most days. I've just stopped drawing, sorry. I went, it's chat time of art and chat. Maybe I'll go make another Pop-Tart. Eat it hot this time. See if it's any different. Still using good emotes there. I'm getting ready to do my nails with black, blue, and purple, and I'll be dyeing my hair split neon pink and green. That's rad. Is this for the LARP? Hot helps, but if it's bad vanilla taste, don't do it. Eh. I think it's more the sugar that really turned me off. Because I don't eat a lot of sugar, so the Pop-Tarts were just like, wow. Oh my god, so much sugar. I figured out at the beginning of the pandemic that I was bi, so I also found this really strong lumberjack woman on YouTube. I was like, ooh, new feelings, nice. Nice. A lumberjack woman? Like, I suppose I could maybe, like, for a buff lumberjack lady, I might be able to swing a little bit towards the bi-curious side, but I'm gonna raise some eyebrows where I live. Yeah, North Carolina. At least not South Carolina. Heat will enhance the vanilla quality. Yeah, I think it was probably more the sugar. It's the aftertaste of those particular Pop-Tarts, I think. The aftertaste is what's really bad. Like, up front, they're kind of tasty. But the aftertaste lingers. It's still lingering. I think I know who you're talking about. Ooh. Saucy secrets. I'll get some weird looks, not disappeared. Yeah, and then you tell them you're going to a LARP, so you're going to go pretend to be someone else for the weekend in the desert. It's just like I tell people I go to a vacation in Germany by going to a horse field in canvas tents in a world with like 10,000 other people pretending to be other characters. Some of them ranging from dragons and cats to like elves, dwarves, gnomes, humans, everything in between, all of those things. It's like, you go vacation and pretend to fight in wars. With swords. I still need to figure out how to make my claws for Conquest, but I'm worried that, like, my shoulder's gonna hurt too much anyways for me to actually participate in battle, so, like, I should just focus on my costume instead. I found out I was Demi some years ago, which is unfortunate because I don't tend to meet a lot of guys who are interested in being friends first. Yeah, well, I think there's a lot more ace people nowadays, too. So I don't know if you're like Demi Ace or just Demi. There's so many variations nowadays. I want to go to a Ren Fair at least once. I'd like to go to a real Ren Fair. Where I live has just like the medieval fair, and it's like an afternoon. It's very samey every year. And there's really not much to do. It's more focused on kids. But Conquest is 4 days. I'm excited for that. I wish it was actually longer. But people getting that much time off as adults is difficult. Still, I wish it was like 6. Demi falls under the ace umbrella. Demisexual means I need an emotional connection before anything else is on the table. Yeah. Whereas I think I might be the opposite. Like, I definitely fall close to ace, but not. It's really hard to explain how I am in that regard. There's definitely demi-romantic, maybe. I know I'm definitely a romantic things and gestures just kind of like they kind of skeeve me out, to be honest. And I don't know whether that's because it's like a fear of commitment or a fear of accepting myself, because I've spent my entire life loathing myself and the way I look, sound, appear, just exist. You can go to medieval times, eat some chicken. Yeah! Chicken! Arise! Thank you. It took me a long time to get over the self-hatred. One of the things that really helped, like really helped a lot, was going to Conquest. I kind of just got over it. Because I'm like, you know what? I get to go be someone else, and people are still going to judge me a little bit for the way I look, but everybody else there is doing the same thing, so no one's going to judge me for being the nerd that I am. And I think that's also what helped me solidify my character here for Twitch, because Nameless, this character, is the one that I actually play at the LARP. And I was just like, you know what? I designed Nameless in a way that I could play him. And I feel really comfortable this way. And I haven't felt comfortable with any of my characters enough to play them as myself. As my Sona. So, like, Sei is, you know, the ideal female version of myself that is unachievable. Like, I would simply never be able to achieve her as a woman. Like, she is the ultimate ideal of female version of me. Whereas Icarus is the, like, self-loathing version of myself. And Lagoon is the, like, hesitant acceptance. And Nameless is just me. It's all the things that I would be if I weren't afraid of everything. And I think that's why this works so well for me. Deep philosophy. We are all potatoes. We are all beautiful and delicious in our own ways. When we get too much sun, we become toxic. But yes, that's the philosophy behind why I chose this form for myself. It's not some, like, exciting, wild character like Iron Mouse or Guargura or any of the other crazy VTubers that are, like, super popular. I'm just me. I'm the me that I want to be. And that gives me some confidence. And the fact that you guys are here just to hang out with me is, like, the coolest thing ever. And it makes me so happy, and I feel so blessed that you guys are here. And you're not like, this person is a fucking weirdo, so I'm just gonna go now. And yes, Necromancer, you can get over it. You can get over the self-loathing. And for me, LARP helped with that, which is why I encourage everybody to LARP, because if you get in with the right group, and you find the right people, it's healing in ways that I can't explain. Like, I have a ridiculous amount of self-confidence right now. It's like, it's unreasonable. It feels almost egotistical. Like, I still understand that, like, as an artist, I don't have authority, but, like, as someone who's been through the self-loathing, I can at least talk about it with some form of confidence. I unfollow people who get too big. Don't leave me. If I ever get big, please don't leave me. I like having you around. I will always be me. But if I get big, please don't leave. I like having Necromancer around. This is why I'm glad that, like, I'm not really popular and I don't have something that's gonna attract lots of people. It's like I would be very uncomfortable with that. I would not ever feel like I would deserve that. But also, like, at the same time, it's how do I explain it? It's scary because people are crazy. Like, holy shit, the world is fucked up. Humans are scary creatures. This is probably why I play a Demora. Maybe a descendant of a demon, but we created our own society. Yeah, Sai was right when she said that I would probably like streaming. It just took me 4 years to figure it out, but, like, I was struggling with my self-image. And winning that ticket to Conquest on my own merits and skills, and then going to Conquest and actually, like, being there and meeting people and having the like, healing moment and way too much alcohol at the same time. Yeah, I spilled my heart out. I cried a little bit. I actually cried a lot on the last night. There was lots of crying from a lot of people who had never been to LARP before, who had Conquest was also their, like, first experience. For me, like, I had done Vampire Masquerade, but it was like, oh, these are my brother's friends and I'm just participating for, like, something social, and I really didn't enjoy it. It wasn't engaging, it wasn't immersive. Like, I have to be really, really immersed in an environment, and Conquest is definitely that immersion that I need. And, yeah, a lot of people had a lot of feels. Well, if you get to the popularity I'm talking about, I don't think you'd notice me anymore anyways. Look, I remember the people who are most important to me always. Always. I will not forget you, Necromancer. Unless I get amnesia. Then you know, forgetting things is fair if I get, like, brain damage or something, or Alzheimer's. But even then, like, there's vestiges of what's important left in there. So there. Trying to drink out of the wrong side of my can again. That is my philosophical talk. I thought I saw something out of the corner of my eye, man. Seeing cats that don't exist. It's the ghost of Atlas. Yeah, no, I'm very like, found family oriented. I'm very family oriented, actually. So my friends are almost family to me. So people I've known for a really long time, or people who have made a significant impact in my life, like you. I don't. There's very little chance of me ever forgetting you. I mean, when I moved to the city I grew up in, and I got a crush on a guy, I had a crush on him until after high school. It started in grade 3. I still have a crush on him, let's be honest. I never stopped. But, he finally rejected me. When I finally sat down and just decided to be frank with him and be like, I like you. And he's like, yeah, well, I like you as a friend. I'm like, okay. That was because I'm not girly. He took my best friend to prom instead. That was a bit of a sting, but that's alright. I don't blame her. He's a silly man. And besides, she was totally, absolutely gorgeous at prom, so she deserved to have the hot guy. I was like butch girl that everybody probably believed was a closeted lesbian. I I'm not surprised. But they couldn't be farther from the truth. I am definitely into dudes. It's just I consider myself more of a guy than a girl. Well, you know, that sort of thing didn't exist in the 90s and early 2000s. People wouldn't discuss that stuff. I went to prom with a gay guy instead. At least I think. I'm not sure if it was Julian or Tyler that was technically my date for prom. I know I went to semi-formal with Julian. I went to semi-formal with the gay guy. We had matching outfits. He didn't treat the outfit that I made for him very well. And by me, I mean my mom made us our outfits. I think he threw it out later, too. It's like a handmade, tailored piece of clothing, and he just tossed it. He pretended he wasn't gay. And, well after high school, we were, like, going to the gym daily together. And he was talking about, like, we were talking about relationships, and he was talking about, like, how he likes all these girls, and he dates all these girls, and he gets all this, you know, poontang, in much more crass words. And I'm like, Julian, I know you're gay. And he's like, what? And I'm like, yeah. It's so obvious that neither of us could get, Will. We were both pining after him, and neither of us could get him. Yeah, I remember, Julian's brother was the first trans person I ever knew. I think I only met them, like, once. But, yeah. It was very rare in those days. And I was still, like, uncertain of how to feel about that. Like, now it's so normal that it's like, yeah, whatever. Power to them, if that's how they feel. I think everybody's entitled to be who they are. As long as you're not harming anyone else. And, you know, you're following, the reasonable laws of society, like being kind to other people and not stealing and murdering and shit. Like an old roommate I had, we all knew he was gay, but he hated he hated that we said it and refused up and down. He's now married to a man. Yep. Julian was like, how do you know? And I'm like, bro. Only the most insecure guys talk about getting women in that way. Or the guys that are trying to pretend that they're not gay. Alright, I'll go get some food. My streams are pretty long. Not as long as some people, but my streams are pretty long. Anyways, those are my stories. If you need to go get food, go get food. If you need to go do something else with your day, go do something else with your day. It's totally fine. Maybe I'll go get a piece of cheese or something, you know, something remotely healthy. I'm gonna mute my mic, and I'm gonna step away for a moment. So everybody get up and stretch! return with a Baby Bell and a can of sugar-free iced tea. I come out to renew the streets. One day maybe I'll have arm and hand tracking. Who knows? That's more settling. I think Coke Zero having fizz too early in the morning. Well, technically it's evening for me. My body is in disagreement with time. I'll see you later. Enjoy your meeting as much as you can. I'm just gonna eat my Baby Bell and get back to John, since it was only you two that were really talking. Puma's busy working too. I think Neff is lurking. I hope Neff is okay. I hope Fantasy's okay. Fantasy's either asleep or busy, I guess. But I hope they're okay. I get worried when the regulars don't show up. My blinds, they will not calm down. Let's eat this cheese and keep working. Use the liquefy tool to move things around here. Blinds, please chill out. I understand that it's windy outside. The window's open like half a crack. Burb. He is very birding. Let's see, what color would you define that as? Welcome back. I decided to start getting some work done again. Thanks. I'm certainly trying hard. Just like the little scream on the side there. Nah! Finches and their weird barbed tongues. Weird ass birds. I'm glad we decided to do the bird today. I'm glad I set it up as an option because I am enjoying drawing bird. Hydrate. From Marinai. Making sure I get my drink on. Hey Nachos, how's it going? How you doing today? You having a good day? We started a new painting. I'm doing pretty good. You missed the Boston Cream Pop-Tarts review at the beginning of stream. They were an experience. And a hydrate from Nachos. Yep, we're just drawing this goldfinch, question mark. Probably, very likely goldfinch. Pretty sure it's goldfinch. Just this little bird guy scarfing down some berries. Or probably crab apples is more like it. Aren't crab apples slightly bigger? Maybe? These are about the size of the ones that are in my my parents' tree. It depends on the crab apple. I think this is a flowering crab apple, as opposed to a regular crab apple. Because the one my parents have in their backyard is a flowering crab apple, and it doesn't make fruits that you can eat. And they're about the same size as these ones. This is turning out so well, though. I'm so happy with it. Let's see. I think this might be a female goldfinch. apples, though. Who knows? It's probably not even a goldfinch. It's probably some Asian finch. Therefore, it's some Asian crabapple variant. Who knows? I have no idea where this picture came from. It was just on my hard drive. I see a pretty picture and I save it. I'm like, ooh, I'd like to paint that later. Or, ooh, that's pretty burb. I shall save picture to show to my mom later. And I never know anymore. Choke cherries? Yeah, that's a strong possibility too. We're just floating. A ruse! Necromancer. Restrain thyself. What's up? How are you doing, resident Fae friend? We are drawing burbs today. Because that's what Puma chose. Troublesome Dragon. Doing a Dendronian Hunger Games sim in the question of the day. What? Strange shenanigans going on over in the Dendronia server again. Hey Fantasy, how you doing? Fresh fish is tasty fish. We're just doing a bird painting. Puma chose the bird today. Yep, blame Puma. Puma chose the bird. No one else was making the decision. Puma made the decision. I just offer options for paintings, and then people can choose. This is actually starting to look like a bird. Thank you. It is a very cute bird. Birds heal the soul. I think this is probably my favorite brush now. It just brings everything to life. bird leg. Leg. This is the one that twists and shifts. There we go. I was using the wrong version of this brush. I was like, why am I not getting the same dynamics as I was before? That's why. Because you're doing it wrong, dummy! Okay, I think birds are now my most favorite thing to paint. Eating some salty snacks for attempt to make food. Not sure how, since this looks weird. We got a fresh tomato, which I never eat. Bacon and tomato sandwiches, man. It's the best way to do it. I will redeem my own stretch. Ah! Oh, that's looking so good. I just went and looked at the thumbnail on OBS and it's just like, yes. Yes! I needed to step away from that cloud picture, man. Now I get to do a second stretch for Necromancer! Yeah! Possessed demon! Possessed with the stretchies! Oh yeah! Yeah, I think birds are very quickly becoming my favorite thing to paint. Wow. Like I feel really good about this, guys. I need to get the rest of the branch in there and do some touch-ups on the background. But like, damn. Damn. I hope I like it as much as I like it now tomorrow. Guardian redeemed the hydrate nachos. Wow. My phone is struggling to keep up with the lighting. Ugh, I just turned my light towards me and I'm like, ah! Let's turn that away. As a matter of fact, let's just turn that off. It don't need to be on. Oh, darkness. Once again, my friend. Hello. Old. So my question is, we have an Aarakocra, huh? I mean, yeah, if you want. Oh, that's turning out so good, though. Like, it's definitely different from the picture, but at the same time, it's like, you can look and be like, yes, that was definitely the reference. Which is great. Oh, I love it so much. But I have been awake for, like, 24 hours. So, we're gonna find someone to raid. Because I need to go have a nap before I do anything else. And it's probably just gonna be Evan, because Evan is on. So, as much as I really like raiding CNOT because his vibes are immaculate and his art is amazing, Evan does show up here and lurks, and I love the fact that he does. I am honored to have him, a real artist, come by and do his warm-ups here. So, slash, raid, Evan, Blair, art. Oh, yes, no, I'm a real artist too, but like, he averages like 70 viewers. But he's also like a gremlin. I don't have his gremlin energy, and I stream really early in the morning for a lot of people, so it's like, and then there's like people don't want to take a shot on a new streamer, and VTubers aren't as popular as like flesh tubers. But we are all tubers, so here we go. We're raiding Evan. I will see you guys next time. We are off sailing to other waters. Explore new content. Meet Evan. He's great. I will see you guys tomorrow at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Thank you all for coming by. I love you all. Yeah, we're just flinging ourselves to another channel. Meet a new artist. Evan is great. Evan is wise. And Evan is a gremlin. You'll like him. So, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye-bye! I love you!